Robert Alexander Nisbet was an American sociologist, a professor at the University of California, Berkeley, Vice-Chancellor at the University of California, Riverside, and an Albert Schweitzer Professor at Columbia University. Nisbet was born in Los Angeles in 1913. He was raised with his three brothers and one sister in the small California community of Maricopa, where his father managed a lumber yard. His studies at University of California, Berkeley culminated in a Ph.D. in sociology in 1939. His thesis was supervised by Frederick J. Taggart. At Berkeley, Nisbet found a powerful defensive intermediate institutions in the conservative thought of 19th-century Europe. Nisbet saw in thinkers like Edmund Burke and Alexis de Tocqueville, then all but unknown in American scholarship, an argument on behalf of what he called conservative pluralism. He joined the faculty there in 1939, after serving in the United States Army during World War II, when he was stationed on Saipan in the Pacific Theater. Nisbet founded the Department of Sociology at Berkeley, and was briefly chairman. Nisbet left an embroiled Berkeley in 1953 to become a dean at the University of California, Riverside, and later a vice-chancellor. Nisbet remained in the University of California system until 1972, when he left for the University of Arizona at Tucson. Soon after, he was appointed to the Albert Schweitzer Chair at Columbia. On retiring from Columbia in 1978, Nisbet continued his scholarly work for 8 years at the American Enterprise Institute in Washington, D.C. In 1988, President Ronald Reagan asked him to deliver the Jefferson Lecture in Humanities, sponsored by the National Endowment for the Humanities. He died at 82 in Washington, D.C. Ideas. Nisbet's first important work, The Quest for Community, claimed that modern social sciences individualism denied an important human drive toward community, as it left people without the aid of their fellows to combat the centralizing power of the nation-state. New York Times columnist Ross Douthat called it arguably the 20th century's most important work of conservative sociology. Nisbet began his career as a leftist but later confessed a conversion to a philosophical conservatism. He was a contributor to Chronicles. He was especially concerned with tracing the history and impact of the idea of progress. Bibliography. Books 1953. The Quest for Community, A Study in the Ethics of Order and Freedom, 1966. The Sociological Tradition, 1968. Tradition and Revolt, Historical and Sociological Essays, 1969. Social Change and History, Aspects of the Western Theory of Development, 1970. The Social Bond, An Introduction to the Study of Society, 1971. The Degradation of the Academic Dogma, The University in America, 1945 to 1970, 1976. Sociology as an Art Form, 1973. The Social Philosophies, Community and Conflict in Western Thought, 1974. The Sociology of Emile Durkheim, 1975. The Twilight of Authority, 1980. History of the Idea of Progress, 1983. Prejudices, A Philosophical Dictionary, 1986. The Making of Modern Society, 1986. Conservatism, Dream and Reality, 1988. Roosevelt and Stalin, The Failed Courtship, 1988. The Present Age, Progress and Anarchy in Modern America, 1992. Teachers and Scholars, A Memoir of Berkeley in Depression and War, Articles, Foreign Policy and the American Mind. Commentary, The Nemesis of Authority, The Intercollegiate Review, Winter-Spring 1972. The New Despotism, Commentary, Conservatives and Libertarians, Uneasy Cousins. Modern Age, Winter 1980. Roosevelt and Stalin. Modern Age, Spring 1986. Roosevelt and Stalin. Modern Age, Summer Fall 1986. Still Questing. The Intercollegiate Review. Fall 1993. Was There an American Revolution? The American Conservative. August 3, 2012. Social Science. Britannica Academic.